What's up, everybody? I am the Lone Wolf, back with another video. Saturday, nice day out. About 70 degrees almost. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully everybody got some good weather where they at. Today we're going to talk hip-hop. We're going to speak about the industry. We're going to talk about rappers from yesteryear and current modern day rappers. So before we get into it, like, share, subscribe. Like the video, share this video, subscribe to the page. All my subscribers, appreciate y'all for watching. Thankful for y'all new viewers. Like I say, please subscribe to the channel. Tripping over my words like crazy. So today, hip hop. It used to be that rappers, one, they took a lot more pride in terms of their artwork, what they put forward, what they presented the public with. Took a little bit more time to carefully craft either their team or themselves, put something together of substance for one. Yes, there has always been some form of ignorance that comes along with hip hop, but there's a lot of hip hop that teaches. So, it's always been a little bit of both. But today's rappers, they tend to the notoriety, however they get it, they're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. They're willing to kill for it, act a fool for it, troll for it. Troll, to me, meaning say and do idiotic stuff for likes, clicks, views, and sales, streams. The comparison between yesterday's rappers and today's rappers, honestly, I'm older, so I prefer a certain level of hip-hop, a certain standard of hip-hop, but some of the music today from these rappers, I can actually appreciate it. As a music lover, I'll listen to anything once. But what I have to disagree with is the message, because the message has always been kind of, shaky at times. But today's message, it just seems like drug dealers, for a lack of a better wording, I guess, have just went and picked up a microphone. And so now, gangbangers have went and picked up the microphone as drug dealers. And it seems like the street people, the people that are in the streets mainly, they want to rap now. And it used to be those with talent, hip-hop wise, they would get out the streets because either they knew it wasn't good for them, or they had peers, or they had, loved ones, or just, people that was mentors that looked out for them and wanted to see them do better and knew that the streets weren't for them. See, the streets ain't for nobody. But today's rappers, many of them, not most of them, and I'm not talking Kendrick and J. Cole and Big Sean and Drake. We talking after that. We talking the next generation of rappers, because some of them, that I just mentioned, they get it. But I'm not here to even say that today's rappers are trash, because they're not. But the messages, they're not really good. And here's my thing. I would never be a hypocrite. Never. I get it. The music slaps. I listen to Migos sometimes. The music slaps. I listen to ESTG sometimes. The music slaps. The messages, they're very, very... The best way to put it is they're not very positive messages. And if we were to try to tie this whole thing around to being spiritually correct and just being somewhat of a person who cares and wants to present themselves in a better light on a broad and bigger stage that they have, I don't know. See, the music, and the odd thing is, if you don't know where music comes from, I implore you to really research and really look up where music comes from. We'll get into that later, but today's hip hop, man, there's some good artists because some of these guys actually, they know how to make music, but many of them do not help convey a message that is good for the community, for the black community, for just in general, really. I mean, too much killing, violence, but it's hard to say because also, 90s rappers did it. They glorified it. I'm from the era where, the golden era, Tupac, Biggie, Wu, Nas, Jay, everybody in their prime. And so I guess you could say hip hop has always had violence, but as we all know, a rapper now is dying so frequently, especially by gun violence. I'm just kind of shocked though that we, God forbid, knock on wood, I start talking about this and, things come up, but it's been a little bit since we had a rapper die, but hopefully it doesn't happen again, man. It's pretty pathetic, I will say Nipsey, I know that if he probably could do it again, he probably, would have reassessed the situation. And I love Nip, man. Like, I think he, you can't ingratiate yourself amongst millions and millions of our people and try to survive, because there's always somebody that's going to try to rip your head off. And that's not to say that we as blacks don't have love for each other, but there's always going to be a wolf, always going to be a shark, always going to be a tiger, always in the form of a human of all sorts, but especially in our community, always going to be like I say, a mountain bear or a shark or a tiger, shark, all in the form of somebody trying to, rip your head off, jealous because you got more, but that's taking it somewhere else, but to tie it all back together, man, hip hop, I appreciate those artists like Nas and Lupe and Skyzoo and Talib and Arrested Development and Common and Jean Grey and Rhapsody and Ciroc, because a lot of these artists that I just named, shout out to all of them, MC Melody, Veil the Wonder, shout out to them all, man, Lil Sims, Kendrick. A lot of these artists, they know how to present the art form, and they not always trying to tear nobody down. If they even take shots at others, we all love that black on black violence. Us hip hop heads, we love that in our music, and sometimes it gets to the point where it's just whack. It just gets to a point, you get to an age, and spiritually and morally, you just feel like, why am I listening to this? Especially all the time. Why are you listening to brother killing brother? Like, I don't know. I listen to so many different genres of music. The workout thing is not an excuse. We love to work out to 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. I mean, but look at the content though. Look what it's all about, That's why, as much as I can try to throw shade at today's rappers, our rappers back then, they did it too. Violent. It's just more violent now, in terms of what's being digested. And, the youth now trying to emulate what they see, they're acting. Even those who stepped out of the streets and went into the booth and started making wow, vow, craze, street gang banging, drug fested, hip hop. Even them, to a degree, they doing it for a bag, to check a bag. If it was no money behind it, I don't know, would they be doing it? Or some of these artists, they find themselves sitting in a I'm just drinking away in front of you guys. But some of these artists, it takes them a minute to figure out what they want to do and find themselves and spend so much time just sitting behind bars, or, eventually they come out with a game plan and, they leave the streets alone, those that make it out. But hip hop artists, man, I really think, that some of us should, I won't say some of us, because I don't know why I even said that. I've been left hip hop alone. But some of the rap artists, some of you guys could do so much better. I love personally Benny the Butcher, Pusha T. These are a good mix of hip hop artists of what's popping right now. I just know that they can push deeper. Even Drake, I feel, can make deeper music, and he's pretty good. Really good actually. But at the end of the day, the music is the music. When you listen to hip hop, you gotta love it or leave it. That's just what it is. Sometimes it just gets to be too much for me, and that's when I just cut it off. Like the profanity, the violence, the misogynistic talk, and it's never going away, unfortunately. But hip hop, you love it or hate it. It is what it is. Shout out to all the greats. Nas is on a great 3-album run right now. So many artists are doing good, talking about a lot more than just violence and drugs in the streets and pimping, and it is what it is, man. But it's been a good video with you guys, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later though. So with that being said, I'm gonna check y'all later. Peace out.